Larry. My name is Manju Kolli, and I'm here from San Francisco Bay Area. For those of you that do not know me, I just wanted to give you a introduction about myself. I am from San Francisco Bay Area, and I have been a clinical pharmacist for 15 years. And in 15 years, I've worked with the second largest long-term care pharmacy in the country. Having done multiple roles at the pharmacy, I think the internal pull towards the holistic life, towards the holistic health, has pulled me towards Ayurveda. And I'm so grateful that I've studied with the eminent Vaidyas, with the best Vaidyas. And I am so grateful that I have completed a 6-year program and certified as a Ayurvedic practitioner here in California through NAMA, which is National Ayurvedic Medical Association. And I have a clinic here in Fremont, Ayurhitam. And I'm glad and fortunate that internet is playing a role where I will be able to share the information that's helped me and my family immensely. I'll be able to share that with you. Having said that, let's quickly go into today's topic. Today's topic is about Dinacharya, which is the daily routine that we're supposed to do according to Ayurveda. What is mentioned in the textbooks? We'll talk about more of the daily routine that we're supposed to do. So usually when we buy something, when we buy a product, each product comes with a manual, and that manual has instructions written in it as to how to use it, how to maintain it, all the instructions. If we're able to follow that instructions, of course, the durability of that product will be increased. Just like that, when man was made, we were given an instruction manual as well. And that instruction manual I call is Ayurveda. It has everything in there. It has all the possible ways that we can do to prevent from getting a disease, and also how to treat a disease when we get a disease. Modern definitely has done a lot of breakthrough work. It can understand the body very well. It can go through the smallest organs, understand each organs, and is able to reroute if certain part is not working. Modern medicine is able to reroute, able to repair it when there is any problem. It's even able to replace it if there is any problem. However, the one aspect of prevention is not as much elaborate in the modern medicine. And another aspect called mind, the mind faculty, mind and body connection, is also not as much given in modern medicine. Here in Ayurveda, there's a beautiful way of following the daily routine and doing this daily routine. It's not like I'll promise you that you'll live forever and you'll be invincible against inevitable. No, that's not what I'm going to promise. What I can promise you, practicing this, is you can add life to your years. You can live life to the fullest, which means your senses and everything, you can be living fullest. And that is why preventive aspect of Ayurveda is what we're going to speak about today. So get ready to get into the journey of what is it that you have to do as a healthy individual. Today, we're speaking about all the daily routines that a healthy individual will follow. If you're suffering from any certain problem or any certain disease, you might have to apply caution when you're doing certain procedure that we're going to talk about today. And we'll talk about some procedures, who has to do, who should not do as well. But if you have any questions, please go ahead and put that questions here, and I'll try to answer in my best ability at the end. So the first one that I'm going to talk about today is, when should we wake up? Because that's the first thing we do in a daily routine. When is it that we should wake up? We should wake up. This is from the text. and this is not from my intellect that I'm speaking, this is from the textbooks. What Ayurveda textbooks, I call it samhitas, they say that you have to wake up 96 minutes before sunrise. I know all of you are like, oh my God, 96 minutes before sunrise? Yeah, so let's talk about why. They have also beautifully explained why is it that we have to follow this? Why is it that we have to do 96 minutes before? So at that time, Vata Kala, which is high in the nature, there is a lot of air element. Vata is a lot of air and space element. So when that is high, what happens is your nature acts your body nature acts according to what the nature is outside. So when you wake up at that time, you are able to eliminate easily all the toxins that are built up throughout the night, because the movement is more at that time in the nature. That's the Vata element. You'll be able to eliminate easily. Try it yourself. If you wake up at 5:30 in the morning, see how your elimination is versus if you sleep until 10, and see how your elimination is. Then you'll understand why is it that we have to wake up at that time. The second thing is the sattva in the environment is very high. It's like serene, it's calm. So what this does is, with this sereneness, with this calmness, you will be able to read, you'll be able to grasp everything very well. If you have to study something, if you have to learn something new, this is the time you get the biggest bang for your buck. You'll be able to get more for less time that you're applying. And once this is done, once you've done elimination, you can even do meditation at that time, and your meditations are best. Your breathing techniques, your pranayamas, your meditations will be the best if you do during this time, because of that serenity in the environment. The nature is protecting you. And then move on to exercise. At 6 a.m. is when kapha time is more. Kapha it has a lot of energy to it. It has a lot of strength to it. There is unctuousness to the environment at that time. What happens is that adds to your own energy. So you'll be able to work out more. So you're taking nature's energy and use it for yourself so that you exercise more. You can also work this out for yourself. Try this out for yourself to see if you're able to work out more during that time versus when the sun is at its high. So that's another important thing. This is why it's important to practice. Wake up early in the morning. However, if you're suffering from any disease like fever, or if you're trying to overcome any problem, there is Vata and Pitta that's high in the body, then you can relax. You can sleep until about 6 in the morning and wake up at that time. The second thing, once you wake up, instead of reaching for that phone, be grateful that you actually woke up. Waking up with that gratitude stays throughout the day. That's another thing that's also mentioned in the textbooks. The second thing that we do is brushing our teeth. All of us brush our teeth as soon as we wake up. However, brushing with astringent, bitter, and pungent herbs is recommended in Ayurveda. For those of you that come from India, you probably know that there are neem twigs, khadira twigs that they use. They were chewing upon it and they were teeth with it. What that bitter taste does is it removes the excess mucus that is in your mouth. When you're sleeping at night, there is a lot of activity that happens and your mouth is full of kapha, but your mouth is full of coating when you wake up in the morning. And to remove that coating, to pierce through that coating, it is necessary that we use bitter, pungent, and astringent herbs. So try a toothpaste that is bitter or pungent instead of a sweet toothpaste. If you're using a sweet toothpaste, then you're adding to the layer, you're adding to the thing. So try using a bitter one, a pungent one, or you can use some easily available herbs like triphala powder or amla powder, anything of that, you can use it. And the next thing, very important, is scrape your tongue. This is also important because when you just scrape off the back of your brush, not everything comes out. You really have to take your tongue out and scrape it 5 to 6 times. What happens when you sleep at night is there's a lot of janitorial work that happens. It means a lot of cleansing, a lot of cellular metabolism that happens. When that cellular metabolism happens, all of that waste, the byproducts as a result of that metabolism, it comes and it stays on your tongue as a coating. You can observe yourself. If you ate any heavy food and observe your tongue the next day, you'll notice that there is a thick layer of coating. So it is essential to remove that coating first thing in the morning so that it doesn't reabsorb into your body. Remove really well. Once you do that, the taste, you'll be able to improve your taste also. The taste sense will also be increased. And there will be tonicity of your tongue. Your tongue will also be very strong. So that will also help if any child or anybody is suffering from slurred speech. Tongue scraping is also another important thing. Next comes dusha, which is oil pulling. You brush your teeth, you scrape your tongue, then comes oil pulling. What is oil pulling? You just take 1 tablespoon of oil, preferably warm oil, or temperature oil is also okay. You take it. It can be, depending upon your nature. If you have kapha in your body, then you can take sesame oil, which is heating. Or if you have a lot of heat in your body, then you can take coconut oil, which is cooling. So you can take 1 tablespoon of that, gently around your mouth for about 10 minutes. What that does is it really strengthens that teeth. It really strengthens that gums, and you'll be able to take away the dryness. If there is any dryness in your mouth, if you're suffering from any thirst problems, and to improve the taste as well, this oil pulling will really help. And if there is any jaw problems, if you are suffering from any jaw stiffness as well, this will help. And it will also help you prevent your visit from your dentist. You might want to just go for checkups, but you'll not be suffering from a lot of dental caries or dental problems where the teeth are not strong enough. Now you'll be able to chew things properly. So to keep your teeth strong, it's important to do this oil pulling. And after this, the next important thing is, so there are so many things that are mentioned in the textbooks, but I've taken some important things that we can do in our daily life without having to disrupt our schedule. It is super easy to follow all of this, and I'll tell you how to do all of this, how I do it every day. Then the next one is nasya. Nasya means oil in your nose. You take sesame oil and apply 2 drops each nostril. You just tilt your head back and apply 2 drops into one nostril and then 2 drops into nostril. What this does is nasahi shirasodvaram. So nose is the doorway to your head. What happens is your head is where all your senses are stored. Your ability to see, your ability to smell, to hear, to speak, all of the senses are stored in your head. And the one way to reach that senses and really nurture them is through nasya. That's one thing that you can do every day and super easy that you can do. And if there is any excess mucus and any allergies that you're suffering with, all that mucus will be stored in your throat. Once you do that nasya along with that oil, it pulls all the mucus here and it gets collected in the throat. Make sure to spit it out. And that's one way where you can keep that extra mucus away. So that's the third thing, or that's the fourth thing, that's nasya. Then comes my favorite one, which is abhyanga. So what is abhyanga? Abhyanga is really applying oil all over your body. What happens when you apply oil all over your body? Again, make sure if you have lots of mucus in your body, or if there is obesity, if you're suffering from any fever, or any other complications you're suffering from, or if there's any skin condition, stay away from this applying oil massage. If you're healthy and there is no underlying conditions, then oil yourself, oil the whole body. This is how you can keep your skin strong, This is your natural sunscreen. You can keep away. Your skin becomes super strong, and it becomes very soft as well. And you'll be gaining youth. Essentially, you'll be gaining youth, and the wrinkles on your skin will be gone as well. I wouldn't say gone, but it will be delayed. Again, we mentioned about how we're not talking about how we cannot avoid inevitable, but definitely it will delay from wrinkling your body. It will strengthen your skin. So what happens when you apply oil? You apply oil all over your body. And make sure you give extra love to the joints, because that's where we forget, and that's where there's probably pain. Apply all over your joints. Don't forget your head and all your neck, all over the body. And then stay like that for about 15 to 20 minutes. Once you stay like that, what happens is oil seeps in through the pores inside and goes all the way to your digestive fire, and it gets nourished, and your body gets nourished. So your dhatus, your tissues are nourished because of this oil that you applied all over. Your oil is the biggest mouth that can absorb your skin is the biggest mouth that can absorb all the oil that you apply on it. With this, you will gain youth. There's so many things that you can gain with it. And especially for kids, it's extremely important, because when I go to son's classroom, I see half of the kids have glasses these days. They have eyesight problems. Applying oil all over your body will also give strength to the eyes. It will give strength to your skin. It will make you youth. It will make you young. It will help delaying wrinkles on your body. It will act as a sunscreen. It will give sturdiness to the body. And there is a lot of metabolism that's happening. Thousands of activities are happening all over your body. Just doing that circulation itself will help remove the metabolites, the excretory metabolites that are stored. They can be easily removed. So doing this every day will be beneficial, and leaving it on. So what I do, you don't have to worry about, oh my God, where will I have time to do this day? As soon as you wake up, what you do is you store your oil in a glass container. When you store that oil in a glass container, put that on a water bath and have like a hot plate in your bathroom. As soon as you wake up, when you're brushing your teeth, you just turn that plug on for that oil to heat up. By the time you're done, your oil is ready for you to put on. You can apply that oil, and then you can put on some clothes that you don't care about. Put them on and go on, and you can do any chores that are necessary in the house, come back, and then shower. So it's really that application time is what you're taking. And it gives you a lot of, it's like you're filling up your savings account for yourself, for your future. And then we also spoke about who should not do this, who a lot of mucus in the body. If you're suffering from fever or allergies or anything like that, try not to do it. After applying Abhyanga, after doing this Abhyanga, the next thing that you can do is called Udvarana. This is again not necessary, but can add if you have time in your day. I just wanted to add this because a lot of people are suffering from obesity, a lot of excessive fat that's stored. Right after Abhyanga, if you apply just dry powder, it can be chickpeas powder, it can be chickpea powder, or amki or triphala, or any herb, anything that's very rough. You can take that herb, apply it all over your body so that the oil that you applied just scrapes off. Be careful that your drainage really is working. If the drainage is not working, it's going to clog your drainage and it's going to be a big mess. Make sure that it's working before you try this on yourself. But doing this, what it does is it removes that excess fat in your body. And you can just do that, and then right after doing this, you can shower and you're ready for exercise. The pattern that's mentioned in the textbooks is you first do Abhyanga, then exercise, and then shower. But it was not working so practically for me. So what I do is I do Abhyanga, shower, and then I actually do exercise, Abhyanga, and then shower. Only for practical reasons I do that, but I just wanted to let you know what the textbooks have mentioned as well. And then if applying all over your body is not possible, 3 places that you should not miss every day is your head, applying oil on your head. All the 5 senses are here. It'll help with your hair. It will help delaying your hair loss, delaying graying of your hair. It will also strengthen all the muscles that are in your head. And applying in your ears, when you do it in your ears, it will also help with stiffness in the jaw. And applying oil on your feet. When you apply oil on your feet, it helps you with sleep. Even applying oil on the head helps you with sleeping. So these 3 areas you should not forget applying. And then you have to make sure that you eat according to sun schedule, which is eat your breakfast, light breakfast, heavy lunch, and light dinner, and sleep on time. This is the schedule that I wanted to say. And I do not want you to be overwhelmed that, oh my God, how that I'm going to fit all of this in my schedule. Even though there's a lot more that's mentioned in the text, I just wanted to take these things and mention here because these are like the important things that you can easily apply. So you just wake up, brush your teeth, and then scrape your tongue, come back, you apply oil on both your nostrils, take off the excess mucus, then you can apply oil, you can put oil, you can be doing your oil pulling. While you're doing oil pulling, you can also apply oil on your body, put your old clothes on, go do whatever chores you have to do, come back and shower. And of course, make sure that the elimination happened as soon as you woke up. If the elimination did not happen, or if you think there is indigestion, make sure you skip the Abhyanga. Do not do Abhyanga because it will do opposite things if you do Abhyanga on top of indigestion. So make sure that the elimination happens as soon as you wake up. And for that, waking up time is very, very important. So that's all I wanted to with all of you today. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to share. I'll be happy to answer any of the questions you have. But I just wanted to give you a quick things that we can do so that we can protect our tissues, we can protect our skin, and we can add to our years. We can add that youth to our years. Delay. Really, Ayurveda says that youth is until 70 years of age. And you will not be, you can maintain that youth until 70 years of age without having to lose your teeth. You'll be able to see well, you'll be able to hear well, you'll be able to taste well, your hair will be good. So you'll be able to do all of this if you follow all these preventive measures. Thank you all for joining. And I believe that there are no questions. And I'll see you all next time with a new topic. Thank you so much for joining. Bye-bye.